What is going on, everyone? Welcome to today's live stream. It's been a long time since we've actually done a live stream. It actually feels really weird. I've had some issues right now setting up my whole entire setup because I haven't live streamed in, I think it's been a month. It's crazy how time goes by. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about crypto crashing. Is this finally the top, or is this a buying the dip opportunity? Welcome everybody who is brand new to the channel. Go ahead and do me a huge favor and smash that like button for me, and most importantly, subscribe. So we're going to go ahead and start off with doing some technical analysis on Bitcoin, some altcoins if you like, and then we're going to go ahead and pivot into talking about base. And is base something that you're bullish on, right? So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and double check we are officially live. So give me about 1 second as I pull out the live stream on my other phone. So it seems like we are live. Give me 1 second. So yeah, it does look like we are officially live. So let me go ahead and share this with my community, see if anybody even tends to join me, right? It's been such a long time. I feel like I lost a lot of my subscribers and a lot of my people, but it's fine. You know, we're gonna go ahead and start this, and yeah, we're very excited to go ahead and get this live stream up and running again. So let me go ahead and share this with the community, my non-existent community that I have no more. So let me go ahead and share that real quick. We are live, and we will go ahead and be a little bit more consistent with the live streams, right? A little bit of you know, personal stuff on in real live, so we're gonna go ahead and start doing that very soon. So let's go ahead and share this. We are live. So a lot of big moves are coming in the next coming days, coming weeks, in the coming months. So let's go ahead and talk about some technical analysis on Bitcoin and what are my thoughts moving forward. So currently right now, looking at Bitcoin, we have seen that we have reached a top of about $73,000 and currently at the $63,000 range. Right now, what we are seeing is this massive nice area of support that we are holding so far. If we do tend to go ahead and lose this, I do think there's a possibility we might have a fake out. So we have two scenarios right now that could happen, right? Let's go ahead and play with scenario number one. Scenario number one is that we enter a short squeeze, and that's what a lot of people are actually talking about. It looks like liquidations are at around 73,000 if I'm not mistaken. We're going to go ahead and pull out the charts right now. But if you want to go ahead and leverage trade, go ahead and check out my new partner, Blofin. They are giving all the way up to $5,000 in sign-up bonuses. So go ahead and use my link down below. But let's go ahead and look at what those liquidations are. Bitcoin Census did actually go ahead and posted that, and I want to go ahead and showcase those liquidations. I should have been a little bit more organized, but wasn't expecting to go ahead and do a live stream, honestly. I feel like it was somewhere in here. Maybe, okay, right here. No, yes, that's it right here. Okay, so liquidation maps, and I could obviously go ahead and see this myself. We do see there's a lot of liquidations that are going to be happening around the $67,000 range. So if we were to go ahead and see Bitcoin pump to $67,000, we could be approaching that 70,000 plus range very soon, right? Meaning that there could be a possibility that we could go ahead and see Bitcoin either do one of these two case scenarios, right? We either go ahead and dump from this area right here, we lose this area of support with a fake out, we go ahead and retest 63,000 one more time, and then we go ahead and touch 67. We talked about 67 being a major area of liquidations, right? So what's going to happen there is that we might just go ahead and see a short squeeze pushing Bitcoin all the way up to maybe around this $85,000 range, which could actually happen, right? And this could actually be the final big dump, right, where we'll probably go ahead and see a major correction with Bitcoin, probably taking us towards that $50,000 to that $40,000 range, right? So we could go ahead and see one of these. This is one of the scenarios, scenario number one, right, where we could go ahead and see a massive fake out. You fake out the shorts, and then you massively go ahead and push it to the upside. And we've seen this happen before, right? And this is actually a perfect example right here. If any of you were following me during this time when we were talking about when Bitcoin was hovering around this $40,000 range, and a lot of people were actually getting very excited about Bitcoin ETFs, right? So what ended up happening is that with the Bitcoin ETF hype, we ended up seeing that going on around during that time, right? So this is where we had that major fake out, where we had the ETF news push it up to the upside, and then we saw a major rejection on this $49,000, pushing Bitcoin down to that $39,000 range. And this is where many people wanted to actually go ahead and short Bitcoin. And I told all of you, this is not the area you want to go ahead and short, right? People were calling for $10,000 Bitcoin. Like, can you believe that? You can't make any of this up, right? And then we see Bitcoin make new all-time highs, right? The Moon Boys get excited, and the Moon Boys got wrecked here because they thought Bitcoin was actually going to go down, right? And actually did the opposite. So this could be actually a very similar scenario where we could go ahead and have Bitcoin do one of these other moves right here, where, as you can see, where we're going to have this kind of area just broken up because of area of liquidations coming through, which will be pushing the price action up even higher, right? That's scenario number one. That's the bullish scenario. Scenario number two, which is more of a bearish scenario, would be that Bitcoin has finally topped right here at this 73, 75, whatever this case is, $74,000 range. And we have finally now reached the top of Bitcoin, right? Meaning that as soon as we continue to lose this area of support and we don't go ahead and see this thing bounce back quickly, Bitcoin is going to go ahead and be retesting these areas of 50,000 and, in my opinion, down to the zone into this $40,000 range, right? Which, if you go ahead and zoom out, looks actually quite healthy. Doesn't look bearish, actually looks very, very healthy looking at this, right? So with that being said, that's scenario number two. But what that would mean is that altcoins will be pumping, right? So if we go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin dominance, and we go ahead and switch that over to Bitcoin dominance real quick right here, we see that Bitcoin dominance, looking at Bitcoin dominance on the monthly chart, because that's usually the best in my opinion. We've talked about how Bitcoin, when it starts reaching this level around 48%, this is typically the area where Bitcoin dominance starts to fall off, and we do see that pivot into altcoins and meme coin season, right? So this is where we've had multiple meme coin seasons in the past. We had Pepe right here last year take off. We had I don't know what other meme tokens we had around this range, but this is where SHIB started to take off during this range right here, right? So this is actually something that is not new. You know, it's been tested multiple times over a little bit over 3 years now. So, you know, we were expecting meme coin season last year of 2023 to go ahead and happen within this range of around July. And actually Bitcoin dominance went up, right? So that was unexpected of the market, and we actually haven't had the real meme coin season, right, where everything on DeFi starts taking off. And with that being said, that is one of the reasons why I'm very, 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 very freaking bullish on base, right? I'm bullish on base because I understand that if Bitcoin dominance does fall below within this 49% range, and we do start approaching down to these zones, this is where everything, literally everything in DeFi will start to take off. And that's the reason why I'm starting to bet right now on base tokens, right? I'm actually invested into a lot of base tokens, and they've actually retraced a lot, right? So unfortunately, a lot of these I've actually bought the top, and I have to DCA now. But there's a few projects that actually bought the bottoms that make up for most of my portfolio right now at the moment, and that is Andy. I'm super bullish on Andy. I bought Andy around these zones right here. I literally loaded up multiple times. I loaded up right here at the top like I usually always load up on. See, the thing is, it's very difficult to time the top and bottoms with meme tokens, but I am bullish on Andy, and I am looking to go ahead and hold on to this position in the next 3 to 6 months. And that's because I understand what is going on right now, right? With Bitcoin dominance currently right now, with the possibility of Bitcoin dominance shifting, which a lot of people are actually saying that Bitcoin dominance has now finally reached its top right here at 57%. If we go ahead and look at what other traders are saying, and you can go ahead and see this post right here. I'm not the only person saying this, right? We have been able to see that typically during this time is when altcoins and meme coin season happens. I mean, take a look at this right here where Bitcoin since is posted. This weekend we saw a major altcoin market crash, largely due to Bitcoin Bitcoin's drop on the war fears, right? With Bitcoin dominance rising. But this purge might just be what the market needed to shed excess and focus on strong proven projects. And as you can go ahead and see, this is a Bitcoin dominance being reached at the top. Is it going to get rejected once again, right? And we have talked about that Bitcoin dominance. Usually, typically, we see Bitcoin top off, which I believe could be potentially that $75,000 range of not $85,000 being the top, right? But Bitcoin's top is near. So whether Bitcoin's top has already finally happened, or if Bitcoin's top is going to be at $85,000 range, regardless of the fact, if you start loading up into the base meme coins, in my opinion, you will be seeing some significant gains, right? And that is one of the reasons why I'm extremely bullish on meme tokens right now, especially on the base network. Like, if you are not exposed to base meme tokens, you are going to regret it later down the line, right? Not financial advice. This is solely my opinion. But one of the traders that I've been following for a while, Crash, dude, this guy has been calling play after play after play, and he's turned, you know, $15,000 into $5 million on Brett, right? And he shows this chart, and I'm not sure if it's either him or... Okay, so this is one of the charts, right? Because I kind of have all my information scattered right now. I wasn't planning of going live today. But with that being said, what we're looking at right now is he's showcasing this Annie on ETH USDT compared to Pepe USDT. And as you can see, is literally doing something very, very similar, where it has that massive pump before it starts making new all-time highs, right? If you actually go ahead and look at what is going on with the market, if Bitcoin's top is right here and we start seeing that market dominance shift, typically this is where the meme tokens start to take off in the altcoins within that 49% range, right? So what you've been seeing these last couple months in the market, the last couple weeks, the party hasn't even started, right? So I'm actually really bullish with Andy. These are one of the tokens that I got in within the zone right here at the bottom, and I will be making more videos on why I'm bullish. I loaded up like right here and within this range right here, and I've still been holding on to my bag. Like I said, I don't have any plans of selling this, but there is a few on my list that I would, you know, recommend checking out. As I mentioned, what I do believe is going to be happening, this thing has reached as high as 28 million market cap, and it's currently right now at 11 million, right? So what you could potentially be seeing, in my opinion, is you will be seeing Andy make new all-time highs. And the reason why is because of the Brett narrative, right? If you don't know what the whole entire Brett narrative is, we could definitely go ahead and talk about that in another video. But this is what the whole entire hype is going on right now with base tokens, right? So with that being said, we have Brett on base, Andy on base, and there's actually this Andy on ETH that actually went ahead and it's currently right now, I think if I'm not mistaken, a little bit over 80 million market cap. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. 110 million. So congratulations on Andy on ETH. This thing has approached 110 million, and I think we're next, right? As you can go ahead and see in the charts, typically what's followed is after making a new all-time high, it does have this sort of retracement where it retraces for a few days, consolidates, and then has that massive breakout to the upside, right? So that's what I'm expecting. The same thing to happen with Andy. That's a little bit of alpha right there, because I was planning on making a video, and I will make a video per recorded to go ahead and tell you why I'm bullish on Andy. And this is exactly what we're seeing right now also happen on Andy on base, right? We're seeing the same thing where it makes a massive new all-time high, it retraces, it's gonna go ahead and look for that area of consolidation, might consolidate here for a few days before we see that massive reversal, and then we're gonna go ahead and see new all-time highs being approached, right? So I do expect anywhere between a 10 to a 20x in the short term in the next coming weeks on Andy on base. But taking a look at the whole entire crypto market, we do see that right now we are seeing a lot of massive red, right? And I have been asking a lot of you, is this a buying the dip opportunity, right? Should we be buying the dips on altcoins, or should we be panicking? Well, as I mentioned, we are now officially in a bull run. Prior on my other channel, Altcoin John, for all those that are subscribed or have been subscribed on that channel, I'll go ahead and talk about the reason why we went and pivoted into the channel sometime in the future. But I always mentioned that we weren't 100% sure if we are actually in a bull run, right? And I could go ahead and confirm now that we are. And what we need to go ahead and see is Bitcoin dominance to go ahead and start to retrace in order for the altcoins to go ahead and start taking off, right? So for that reason, in my opinion, not financial advice, I think this is going to be one of the last dips that you could really go ahead and take advantage in order to go ahead and 20 to 50x your portfolio, right? So this is the reason why I'm like super bullish on base. Yes, a lot of the projects that I'm in base right now, I'm actually negative, even though last couple, like literally a week and a half ago, like I was doing good on a lot of these projects. I was able to catch the bottom or the mid before the top, and a lot of these projects have retraced, right? A lot of the projects that I'm in, I have retraced under my entry point. And I'm still, loading up on the dip. Like I loaded up on Andy at 18 million market cap and it's at 11 million, right? So even Benny, this is another play that I'm looking at that I do believe will be hitting over another 20x in the next coming weeks. So for me personally, I'm not really shaken up by what we're seeing in the market. I think this is a good buying the dip opportunity. I don't think I've ever felt this confident in what we're seeing in the market these last couple months. It has been very shaky with the market. I know crypto has been going up, but we were at some very, very scary territories, right? And right now with what we're seeing, we talked about this pattern on the US 100, which is the NASDAQ, doing this cup and handle pattern, which did break off right here at the zone at around November, and now has confirmed that cup and handle pattern on the monthly, right? So it does look like we have reached sort of a top, but typically what we see with these cup and handle patterns, and we do see some sort of retracement before we do see new all-time highs being made, right? So stock market still has a lot of volume to go ahead and push. Bitcoin could be potentially the top. As I mentioned, we are needed for some sort of correction on Bitcoin in order for altcoins and meme tokens to finally take off. So for Bitcoin, looking at the monthly, we do see a major cup and handle pattern as well. So I do think we are going to be finding some sort of bottom. I think it could be around $50,000 Bitcoin. And then we're going to go ahead and see Bitcoin make new all-time highs, right? So right now, what we're seeing, this red, I think actually brings in a lot of more confidence in my opinion. I haven't looked at the charts in a while, I'm gonna be honest with you, just because I've been focusing more on in real life stuff. But just let me go ahead and get back in my game. Like I'm gonna go ahead and start live streaming every day. At least that's what I'm gonna go ahead and try to push. Because honestly, when I was live streaming every day, I was so aware of the markets, and right now, I'm not. I'm not, right? So right now I'm not aware of the markets as I was these last couple months ago. So let me go ahead and get my groove back in the game. But we are seeing the DXY at that 106 approaching that area of resistance very, very soon. And when the DXY does go ahead and get rejected, that's when we go ahead and see cryptocurrencies go up, right? So we could be seeing some sort of top for the DXY in the short term. And yeah, we will go ahead and see that also, that's bullish for the market. So with that being said, looking at the fear and greed, we do see that we are currently right now at 65 on greed, and last week at 78 on extreme greed, right? So I don't know why people are panicking about this. I think this is a good time to go ahead and load up on the projects that you believe in. For me personally, I'm loading up on anything related to base. I think literally anything that you choose on base will be going up in the next coming months. So this is some alpha for everybody that has not dabbled into base. You can go ahead and look at my videos. I show you how to go ahead and get into base tokens. Really, really easy. Like literally, I'm still up on some of my positions right now, obviously with the market being red. All those gains that I was up on have now diminished. The only one that I'm really up on and still in profits pretty deeply is Andy. But besides that, all of the other base tokens that I'm in, most of these right here that you see on my list, I'm down. Right, that's just the reality of it. But for me personally, I'm very confident to what we will be seeing in the next coming weeks to days. And I do think that it would be worth the risk, in my opinion, even risking $200. I literally turned these last couple of days, I turned $400 into over 1,700 to 1,800 on base, literally just loading up on them, right? Obviously that's not what my portfolio looks like right now. Maybe right now at the moment I'm down to like 1,200, but I just been buying the dip, right? Hey, Terry, how's it going, my guy? What up? James, long time no see. Yes, man, long time no see. The stream, as you can go ahead and see, I have changed it. Altcoin John, there's a long story on that, on what happened, but I no longer had access to that channel for some reasons. I'll go ahead and talk about it in probably in the future. I'll definitely go ahead and talk about it, but trust me, it wasn't on me. I tried my best and I tried everything to keep that channel, and it kind of sucked because I worked really hard for that. Endless nights, a lot of editing, a lot of uploading, a lot of live streaming, and I pretty much just got it taken away, right? So it wasn't like I just decided not to do videos anymore. It was because I just couldn't do it anymore. Legally, I couldn't do it anymore. And I'll talk about it in the future for anybody that really even cares. But just trust me, just know that I didn't disappear because, you know, I lost all my money on crypto and I went through this whole entire, no, it wasn't any of that. It wasn't a thing that I had a choice about, you know what I mean? I tried my best to keep the channel, and unfortunately I couldn't keep it, and I said, you know what, F it, I'm going to go ahead and restart all over again, right? So I'm starting all over from scratch. Literally everything that I worked for these last couple months with Altcoin John to get that channel to where it was at, and just to get it taken away really made me very sad. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So today I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do a live stream. So life's been pretty boring, honestly. For me personally, it's been very boring, not hopping on the charts live streaming. So I will go ahead and be doing that every day. That's definitely going to be my commitment now. I just wanted to go ahead and get everything situated, and I'm good to go now. You know, I could go ahead and do whatever I want. No restrictions on what I could talk about, what I could say. And I'm very excited with this new journey on DeFi John, and I will be dabbling very heavily into DeFi. I've learned so freaking much these last couple weeks. I was working behind the scenes, learning more about base, learning more about trading bots, learning more about what is coming out, launch pads, a lot of, you know, deals in the back end. So trust me, I think this channel is going to do a lot better than Altcoin John, in my opinion. But with that being said, welcome. I really appreciate all of you. Is there any altcoins you want me to go ahead and talk about? I'm not sure if you got to catch me on any of what I just talked about, but I'm very bullish on base, and one of them being Andy on base. This one's currently sitting at 11 million market cap, and I do believe that this is going to be an over 100 million market cap token. The one Andy on Ethereum actually just hit 100 million. Obviously that has to do because he got, you know, centralized listings and all of that. I still do believe Andy on base is still going to do very good, and that's the reason why, because it's on base. You know, it's very simple. I think that's the only reason why Andy on base is also going to do good, and I think anything on base is going to do good, right? So I'm betting on meme tokens all in right now. All in on meme tokens, especially base meme tokens. I've been really dabbling into the space of base, and I do think that this is an opportunity for all of us to make a lot of freaking money, right? So literally anything on base I think is going to hit, and I think right now this is the buying the dip opportunity for many of us. So I would definitely recommend all of you not to go ahead and miss out on any of that. I don't know why my charts are not loading up now. But as you can go ahead and see on DeFi Llama, go ahead and click on DeFiLlama.com, and you could actually go ahead and see all the protocols right here, rankings. And base was actually ranked number 9. I don't know where we could go ahead and see that. All right, here on chains. If we go ahead and see, look, it's actually moved to 6. So base is on 6 now. Tron being number 2. I never even knew people actually use Tron, but I guess they do. Binance being number 3, Solana being number 4, Trivium number 5, and Base being number 6. I do see Base approaching the zone under Binance Smart Chain, if not surpassing Binance Smart Chain. I think a lot of people still haven't caught on to Base just yet. But when they do, there is definitely going to be that influx of volume coming in, and we're already seeing it. You know, one of the problems that we've been seeing with Solana, if you've been dabbling with Solana meme tokens, is that Solana has been having this congestion issues, and I've been seeing that for the past a little bit over 3 weeks. And when I was trading Solana meme tokens, I was getting wrecked because my transactions weren't going through. Gas fees were going through the roof, bro. Like I was paying hefty gas prices just in order for my transactions to freaking fail, man. So I think Base is going to be the move moving forward, and you're going to be able to dabble into the meme tokens there. And as you can go ahead and see, the TVL on Base right now is 1.465 billion, right? Solana is at 3.3. I think this is something we could easily surpass with no problem. Binance being at 5.5, I think that's also something we can surpass with no problem. So this is just factual, man. If you don't understand Base and you got to question any of what I'm just saying, like obviously I would recommend all of you to do your research. But if this is not like ring like a freaking light bulb in your head, I don't know what else to say, man. Like, this is like the most bullish thing, the most obvious bullish thing to be in. Like, we all know that Coinbase is like a crypto mafia. It's part of the crypto mafia, meaning that anything that they endorse with all the top US crypto exchanges, they usually moon, right? And right now, Base has just been literally having a lot of influx in volume. And it's a no-brainer, in my opinion, to be invested into Base. And if you don't believe in Base, that's okay. At least learn how to bridge. But you know, they say people lie, but numbers don't, right? And look at the numbers. You're seeing the total value locked on Base increasing. Now that's all we've been seeing these last couple weeks. It has been continuing to increase, right? So in my opinion, I think this is like a no-brainer. This is like in my opinion, I would say the lowest risk with the highest reward. With Solana meme tokens, I think, in my opinion, Solana is dead. I'm not saying Solana is not going to have meme tokens left and right, but you know, Solana, dude, there's going to be more rug pulls than successful projects, in my opinion, right now. The only Solana plays that are going to be good, definitely plays to like continue to long are going to be the ones that are already successful, like Dog with Hat. Like, if you missed out on Dog with Hat, you missed out on it. Doesn't mean you can't make another 20 or 10x, but in order to get those 100x's and above, in my opinion, with Solana, it's just not going to happen as often. It's not going to happen as often and as easy as it was these last couple weeks to these last couple months, right? I think it's going to be a lot more difficult getting those without getting rugged. I got rugged so many times on Solana that I was like, you know what, dude, I'm just going to go ahead and learn a new chain. And that's why I learned Base. And I think it's really easy, it's really fast, and the gas fees are very freaking low, man. Jackson, how's it going, Jackson? Hope you're having a good one, bro. Adlux, hey John, glad to see you again. Any predictions on Brett 2.0? Hey, what's up, bro? Glad to see you here today. Smash that like button for me. So yes, man, Brett 2.0, I do believe, and this is crazy, dude. It's freaking crazy because I literally have this on my watch list. I saw this not that long ago, a few days ago, and look at that, Brett 2.0. And I was thinking, I was like, dude, is this actually the play, right? And I was looking at this. Unfortunately, right now, I don't have any more money to throw into crypto because I bought up the dips on all the projects that you now see dumped an additional 50%. I bought it literally 3-4 days ago. I bought the dips. Like I deployed more cash and I bought the dips. As soon as I get more capital, which I should be getting capital in the next coming days to the next coming weeks, I'll go ahead and tell you my strategy on what I'm looking to go ahead and load up on. But I am looking on Brett 2.0. And I think Brett 2.0 will be one of those plays, if you can remember, and if you've been with me since Pepe 2.0, everybody's going to go ahead and instantly think, look, this is what I want to say. With meme tokens, technical analysis is part of it. The other part is just hype and people thinking kind of like what I'm going to tell you right now, right? So on a technical standpoint, I'm going to go ahead and tell you Brent's looking pretty good. On a fundamental standpoint, what people are going to do is as soon as people start to onboard onto base, the normies, because you and I and everybody who's watching right now, you're not a normie. You know crypto, you understand crypto, you're way ahead of the curve, and the actual bull run hasn't started. So if you've lost money like myself these last couple months, and you're like, dude, I'm over with. Like, this is over with. This is your second chance, man. Base is your second freaking chance. This is your second chance, your second opportunity to make up for all your freaking losses. Obviously, this is not a guaranteed, but I'm pretty sure if you kind of look back into it, as I told you, Base is Coinbase's freaking blockchain. And right now with Coinbase doing the integration with their Base wallet of how easy it's going to be for people to onboard onto, it's going to bring in a lot of the normies when the normies start looking into crypto. Retail hasn't even entered the market yet, right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and think like a retail trader, right? When you go ahead and get into Base, you're going to go ahead and look at Brett. Brett's going to be like at over like 2 billion market cap in the next coming weeks, coming months. A lot of people are going to be like, okay, I missed out on Brett. This thing's at a 2 billion market cap. It's not going to go, it can't go any higher. And if it does, it's only going to make me a 5x, right? People are not going to be excited about that. So their second option is going to be Brett 2.0. So they're going to be like, oh, snap, this is at a smaller market cap. There's a higher risk, but there's a higher reward that it could do billions. That's what they're thinking, right? So for that reason, I'm bullish on Brett 2.0. On a technical standpoint, it looks like it's getting ready to break out to the upside. Typically what we see right here is we see a double bottom once we see a massive sell-off, and that's actually what we're seeing right now, right? So what I would like to go ahead and see Brett do is break this area right here. I think this might be around 700,000 market cap, and see it hold about above this range, and then if it holds that area, then it's super, super bullish, right? As I mentioned, even if you were to throw in, like, let's just say $200, you're willing to gamble because meme tokens are gambles. You could easily go ahead and hit from its all-time high a 7x, man. Like, this is not like an exaggeration, right? Obviously, I think Brett 2.0 will do higher than that. I think it could probably do a 20 to a 50x. So for that reason, because I was part of the Pepe 2.0 narrative and meta, I'm sure there's going to be a meta with Brett 2.0. I was literally talking to one of my mentors about that today. He's like, hey, John, like, have you found any new tokens that we should probably be looking to invest? And I'm like, I know it sounds crazy, but I've been looking at one called Brett 2.0. And I've had this on my watch list for the last couple days. Let's go ahead and be exact how many days, because I can tell you where I was looking at it. Oh, I guess only 2 days. 3 days now, because I looked at it when it first dumped. When it was crashing, I was going to throw some money, but I was like, let me go ahead and look at how this token performs and if there's actually going to be any hype, right? So obviously, if it does get rejected, we are going to see lower areas, maybe towards the 100K market cap. But even then, I think it could be worth the gamble, in my opinion, to throw some money in here. Even $100, even $30. I did that with GameStop. I threw in $30 at like under 100K market cap, and it hit 2 million, right? I didn't sell any of my profits because I also think GME is going to be one of the big plays. But with that being said, I think Brett 2.0 is going to be a pretty good play, in my opinion. I think Brit, which is, I think it's like like Brett's girlfriend or something like that. What is this? Yeah, one of the most significant culture icons. Brett's girlfriend. There you go. Someone made freaking Brett's girlfriend, bro. You can't make any of this up. I'm thinking this is going to be the next play, man. Like, I know it sounds crazy, and you can't, like, a lot of people despise meme tokens, right? I don't think you could do that anymore, man. We're seeing the top influencers in crypto talk about meme tokens. Why? Because they know that that's what people care about. People don't care about freaking Cardano. They don't care about what, AVAX. They don't care about XRP. They care about Brett. They care about Pepe. They care about Dogecoin. They care about Dog with Hat. Like, I was literally watching a video on Twitter where they did this survey where they went around asking normal people that have nothing about crypto and they had a picture with dog with hat on the right hand, and on the left hand they had Arbitrium, and they told them about like the blockchain and what it does and all the, all the good stuff, right? Everybody went with the dog with hat. And when they asked them the question, why did you choose that? Why would you buy dog with hat? Well, you know what they said? They said because it's cute and it's a dog with a hat. Literally, you can't make any of this up. So a lot of people have to stop ignoring meme tokens, right? And I think a lot of people are starting to see that shift, that meme tokens is the move. People don't care about you having the best blockchain. They don't. They just want to feel connected. They want to feel part of the community, and they want to buy what they like. People would rather buy a freaking dog with a hat than buy the best VeChain, for example. VeChain's a really good solid project, man. VeChain still hasn't done anything. Will it do anything this bull run? I hope so. But with what I've been seeing and what I saw last bull run, the way you make money in this market is betting early on before most people do it. And I think base is going to be the move. So Brit, this is another one that I'm looking at. Contract ends in 15C1. I'll go ahead and post this on the live stream right here. Obviously, I haven't invested in Brit yet, but I am looking to invest in this. I do think this is going to go ahead and have that breakout similar to Brett 2.0. It looks like it has that double bottom on the bottom, and it is going to have that breakout followed with a cup and handle, which is a super freaking bullish pattern. Obviously, these are meme tokens, so the TA levels are not always respected, but as I mentioned, you have to be convinced with the narrative, and I think Brit is going to be one of those that I will be adding to my portfolio. I think Brit and Brett 2.0, I feel a little bit more confident on Brit, to be honest. Brett 2.0 is going to be more of a hit or miss, but I think this is going to be worth the gamble in my opinion. But I do think I feel a little bit more confident with Brit, looking at where we're staying at, the market cap being 4 million. We do see that increase of volume, so I mean, same thing with Brett 2.0. But if I was to be honest with you, if I was to get if I had $20,000 right now cash, I would throw in like $500 on Brett 2.0 just because I don't know where it's gonna go, and then I would put in like 5K on Brit. That's how bullish I would be on Brit. Just looking at the charts, looking at the way it's holding up so far. I haven't seen the community, but I'm pretty sure the community is bullish. Just looking at the website alone, as I said, Brett's very similar. It's Brett's girlfriend. That's already bullish enough. Like, I don't think you have to do any more research, in my opinion, to even say that this is bullish. Right? You obviously have to look into the smart contracts, see the team and all that, but just looking at the charts, man, you can tell that this is gonna move, and you're seeing the buying pressure right now as well too, right? So if I was to bet between these two, if I had $20,000 available liquid right now to pour, I would pour 5K into Brits, $1,000 or $500 into Brett 2.0 because it's more of a gamble. But I think Brits is almost like, I don't like to say a guaranteed, but just thinking of the way people think, I could tell you Brit's going to be a 20 million plus market cap and above, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think I've been dabbling into these meme tokens a little too long, and I could tell when things are going to take off. And even on the technical standpoint, this is very, very bullish. This is the reversal right here. This is going to be doing exactly what we saw Andy on base also do. If we go ahead and head over to the chart on Andy on base, same thing happened. Right? If we go ahead and look at the daily, look at this right here. Look at this right here. Daily on Andy, same thing happened. It took off, had a massive pump, had a massive retraced for a few days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or let's just say 4 days, and then it had that massive breakout to the upside, making new all-time highs. And then the same thing's gonna happen with Andy as well on base. I know a lot of people are betting on Andy on Blast. But it's the same market cap, right? I think base is going to be the move too as well. But then it's going to also have this reversal, in my opinion, where it's just going to go up. So we touched 28 million market cap. The next goal we're going to be hitting for Andy on base is going to be 60 to 80 million market cap. I just told you Andy on ETH did 107 million market cap. I don't think it's going to do it as fast. That's just due to the fact that Andy on ETH did a lot of centralized listing exchanges, and that's the reason why they've been able to, surpass those market caps like crazy. But also, maybe Andy on Base does, because everybody's going to be jumping into the Base blockchain. They're going to be looking at, okay, Andy on ETH is at already 500 million market cap. Let me go ahead and throw my money on Base, on Andy. So that could also be the move, right? So we'll see where things go, but I do think that this is going to be a major play. Like on Andy on Base, same thing. If I also go ahead and come up across $20,000 liquid, I throw in 15,000. And you'll be like, dude, why would you throw 15,000? That's how bullish I am on Andy. Obviously, it could go wrong. You could lose it all. But I'm pretty confident that even if you were to hold on for 6 months, you will still come up winning. At the lowest, probably a 10x. But I really do believe that Andy on Base is going to be sub 100 million plus market cap. Obviously, this is not financial advice, right? Let's go ahead and read it, the comments. I've been a silent watcher since last November. You've given me a lot of insight in crypto. Since Pepe 2.0, I bought Brett at 200 million, Andy at 6 mil, and Brett 2.0 before it hit. Nice, bro. Congrats. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for now being part of the stream and commenting, That's really cool. Terry says, what do you think about Baby Boom? What is Baby Boom on, man? What is Baby Boom? Is that Baby Boom? I'm assuming that's probably going to be on Solana, right? Baby Boom. Hey, Dab Master. How's it going, bro? Long time no see. Even though we stay in touch every couple days, man. What is Baby Boom on? Is it on Base, bro? Terry, if you could go ahead and post a smart contract, that'd be freaking amazing. We'll wait for Terry to see if he can go ahead and showcase that info for us. But yeah, I think Britt's also going to do good, guys. I think Britt's going to do good. Brett 2.0 is going to do good. I only have a small little position on Brett, but if I was to come across some money again, as I mentioned, I'll probably throw in like on Brett. I'll probably throw in like 5 or 10K. I don't know. See, like Brett, I'm pretty bullish on it, but I would just go ahead and be putting my money in more riskier assets right now, because I think it's just as risky being on Brett as being into all these other derivatives of them, right? So I would rather deploy my capital into the riskier assets right now and pay that off. And when I make a nice little fat bag, I wouldn't mind throwing in like 100K into Brett, bro, because it's a guaranteed freaking like 10 to 20x, bro. In my opinion, I think it's gonna go sub, 4 billion, in my opinion. I think it's gonna hit 4 billion. And I'm not gonna say that all these other tokens are gonna hit 4 billion as well, but I will say that Brett will hit 4 billion around that market cap. And a lot of these other tokens will get closer to that market cap, maybe 500 million plus, or maybe they all hit 1 billion, right? I hope this bull run does well for us. Dude, this bull run's going to do freaking amazing, man. This bull run's going to do freaking amazing. Terry says, not trying to change the subject. You're good, bro. You're good. Dab Master J Jones. Let's go ahead and see J Jones. What blockchain is that on? I'm assuming it's probably going to be Solana, right? By the way, is this a good time for all of you for me to be live streaming within this time? Because I know I'm gonna have to start a schedule again. So I just live streamed today because I was like, you know what? I'll just wait till tomorrow. It's already too late, and I was like, no excuses, man. I'm just gonna live stream right now. Like if no one comes to the live stream, it's okay. If I get 2 people in the live stream, that's fine. So just let me know what works for you. If you want me to continue to live stream within this time, as I mentioned, I am going to be live streaming every day again. And that's just because I definitely want to be ahead of the curve when it comes to these to the charts. I haven't looked at the charts in a while. This is actually my first time looking at the charts like as we were looking at them right now, like looking at the DXY, looking at Bitcoin dominance, the US 100. I haven't looked at the charts like that in like a month. since I stopped live streaming on Altcoin John, right? So I definitely do feel like I'm out of the market. Like, I don't know what's going on. Obviously, I still look at YouTube videos and other YouTubers, but I haven't really looked into technical analysis. So I am going to go ahead and push myself to do live streams every freaking day, because I definitely do not want to miss out on what's going on in the market. Like, I feel like I missed out a lot. So, like, I don't even know what we're looking at, to be honest, with Bitcoin. But I have been eyeing it, and I do think that Bitcoin will go ahead and retrace. Bitcoin halving is in a few days, isn't it? Oh, snap. It's in 2 days, bro. Bitcoin halving is in 2 days. That's pretty exciting. Okay, so it's on Solana. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Solana. So Alex Jones, I remember he told me about this, man. He told me about this play early on. It seems like it's hot 10 right now. 3 million market cap, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and look at Dex Screener, because I like using Dex Screener when I look at Sol plays. We like to focus solely on market caps when it comes to Sol. Dude, literally Dex Screener gives me PTSD, man. Like, it brings back memories, and I used to just be aping into like all these freaking Solana meme tokens when I was on Dex Screener, and it just brings back PTSD, dude, like straight up. I don't know why my Dex Screener is not loading up. Let's see. I wish there was like a market cap. What is it called? The way to change the market cap on Dex tools. Let's see if we can. Maybe there is a way. Let's see, market cap. Dex Screener is not loading up for me. Probably have too many tabs open. Let's see. This is a great time to live stream, in my opinion. Awesome, man. I'll definitely go ahead and do it this time then. It definitely makes it a lot easier for me. I'm not gonna lie. If I live stream during this time, I think it's gonna be a lot easier. I'll have more time to look at the market, and I'll be more organized. Like, I was super disorganized today, like usual. But what I did do today was I was gonna go live stream, and I had to go ahead and fix the camera. I had so many freaking issues. Okay, that's not loading up. Let me go ahead and change onto Firefox. Okay, I'll just start live streaming during this time then. That works. That works for me, honestly. It makes it a lot better for me. That way I have all the information that I need, and I could actually compile data to make this pretty organized. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go ahead and get Dex Screener out. Hey, you know what we could probably do? We could probably launch a project on Pump live. That'd be freaking cool, man. We could probably go ahead and do that. Hey, Dab Master, we got to talk about that, man. We should talk about that soon. Go ahead and do a Pump.fun live on live stream and launch the token. I think that'd be a pretty cool thing for all of us to go ahead and do. Live stream it if it actually, hit some crazy level. So there we go. So we have Alex Jones right here. It's one of those, special special Solana tokens. I don't want to say, the word, because I don't want to, risk getting demonetized and get shadow banned like I did with Altcoin John. So I'm going to be very, very careful with what I say. But with that being said, let's go ahead and switch over to market cap on it. So Alex Jones, what we do see right here is we do see that this could possibly be a head and shoulders pattern on the 4 hourly. So we could potentially probably see Alex Jones consolidate for a while before we go ahead and see a major breakout to the upside. This is typically what we always see. Head and shoulder patterns are usually bearish patterns, but if you are looking at it from a bullish perspective, you could go ahead and say that that would be a good time for you to go ahead and load up, right? So as long as Alex Jones doesn't fall below, 474,000 market cap, this thing's still going to be super bullish, right? But we are seeing that we are getting this area of resistance at around the 4 to the 5 million market cap. If we do go ahead and break that 5 million market cap, we could go ahead and say that we will be approaching new all-time highs. And the next area we will be seeing Alex Jones reach would be around the 16 to the 15 million market cap, in my opinion, right? Obviously, it's not going to be a straight moonshot, but based on what we're seeing, we could go ahead and see, obviously some sort of breakout to the upside, retest this 6 to 7 million market cap, retest the 4 million support, and then bounce back up and reach the zone, right? So this is what Alex Jones could go ahead and potentially reach. Looking at the buys and sells, we do see in the 5 minute, we're seeing a little bit more selling pressure, so it's a little bit more on the neutral side. But as I mentioned, it would make sense if this is following this head and shoulders pattern with this area of resistance, and that's why we're seeing a little bit more selling pressure on the 5 minute, right? So 1 minute, we are seeing a little bit more buying pressure. On the 6 hour, more buying pressure, and on the 24 hour, a little bit more of the buying pressure. It's a little bit not crazy buying pressure. We do need more buying pressure in order for this thing to reverse. So it's a little bit more on the neutral side. Looking at the 4 hourly chart, looking at the daily, this is following a very similar pattern to what we've seen with a lot of the base tokens, where they run up, they consolidate, they look for the area of support before they make that new leg up, right? So with Solana, this could be the play. For me personally, Solana, I'm just not touching Solana plays right now. And that's just due to the fact that, one, I don't have any Solana, and two, I just want to take a break from Solana right now. So I will definitely consider, touching Solana again in the future. How are the congestion issues, by the way, man?
I have to tell you, folks, crypto makes the frogs gay, and Bowden did not.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and mute that. We don't know what else he's gonna say, but no, we definitely know that this meta is going to stick around, in my opinion. I think Dabmaster got into this early on, man. Right, dude? I'm assuming. But yeah, that looks pretty bullish in my opinion. I think the narrative, Alex Jones, and then the whole entire meta with special tokens, I think that's still going to be around. I remember Ponky. I forgot about this project. Solana play. This is actually looking pretty bullish too. It's typically what we have. You see, we have this this head and shoulders pattern breakout and breakdown, and then we see the consolidation, and then we see a breakout of that pattern with the double bottom with the head and shoulders. It makes a new high, and it repeats the same thing over and over again. This looks like a bull flag with a cup and handle pattern, and it's going to make a new all-time high with Ponky as well, right? So these tokens are very predictable. It's just all about being patient, and that's one thing that I learned during these last couple weeks, or these last couple months. Like for me personally right now, I'm not touching any leverage plays. I'm going to go ahead and solely stick to just base tokens, and I'm just going to go ahead and play the long game. That's what I'm doing, and I am looking to go ahead and diversify more into the DeFi sector. What is Plotinfi? Plotinfi. Is that a token, bro? It comes out with freaking Spotify. I'm assuming that's probably a token, right? Showcase the smart contracts if you can, bro. That'd be great. No, yeah, but that's pretty much it on my end. I will definitely go ahead and do more videos on base. I do think that's going to be the next blockchain, in my opinion, the chosen one. And I am looking to go ahead and load up on 2 projects, Brit being one of them, which is Brett's girlfriend, and Brett 2.0. I do think these 2 plays could be a play that could play out. And I'm still holding on to my GME position. I think this is still going to outperform really, really well in my opinion. And if there's an AMC on base, I think that's going to be the next narrative for us to push. It just seems like a lot of these tokens that have already been successful are, now moving on to the base, and they're literally just recopying the tokens, right? So that's what I'm looking at right now very, very closely, is I'm looking just for more base tokens. So if any of you find out any more base tokens, hit me up. Join my Discord down below in the description, completely for free. And as well, go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter, DeFi John. Feel free to DM me. Go ahead and check out my new exchange, Blofin, non-KYC. Well, it's not my exchange, but new partnership with the exchange, non-KYC. And you could go ahead and leverage trade. I wouldn't recommend leverage trading right now. Not financial advice, but I think right now we'll just go ahead and see where the market goes, right? Because right now we're at a very critical area in the market where you could have shorted a few days ago, a few weeks ago, and I think right now this is not the time of short. And right now there's it's really risky to even long it too, right? So that's why right now I'm staying away from leverage. Very, very volatile market. I would go ahead and wait a little bit more. But if you are looking to go ahead and leverage trade, check out Blofin. They also offer spot, and like I mentioned, it's non-KYC, right? So definitely go ahead and check out the links down below. I really do appreciate every one of you, and I'll go ahead and catch all of you onto the next